What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? If you clicked on this video, it means one of two things. One, you're either a fan or subscriber of mine, in which case, oh, thank you. Or two, you were hyped to see Matrix 4. That's right, after like 20 years, the Wachowskis are coming back around to the legendary franchise that is The Matrix. Or at least one of them is. It's probably not a bad sign, right? Yes, The Matrix 1 starring Keanu Reeves is a fantastic movie, and it is the first and not last time that Keanu has changed action movies forever. So we're gonna go over a couple of these scenes, talk about the guns, the gunplay, all around just have a good time. So first off, we have one of Hugo Weaving's most iconic roles as Agent Smith. Now, Agent Smith here is rocking some serious Kentucky ballistics energy with a 50 AE Magnum Research Desert Eagle. Seriously, if they make a Matrix 5, I want to see Scott from Kentucky Ballistics playing an agent of some sort with a 50 caliber Desert Eagle. It's kind of his thing. But I must say, Agent Smith handles this Desert Eagle like a fucking boss. 50 AE is nothing to sneeze at, so his one-hand recoil control on that is fucking spectacular. Probably because when they were filming, the recoil that he's handling is blank. So no projectiles coming out of the gun, obviously, because it's a movie, so it cycles the action of the gun without having to deal with the rearward recoil, like, you know, equal opposite reaction, that sort of thing. Unless you're using one of them Alec Baldwin blanks, in which case it's a little different. But seriously, as much as I just love the fucking gunplay in this movie because it's fun, they do that a lot. They do close-up, like, zoom-in shots of the shells being ejected, and it's very clearly crimped blank rounds. Of course, the casual viewer doesn't catch shit like that, but we do. Of course, the Desert Eagle is also the gun that Agent Smith is using to shoot at Neo during the legendary scene that gives us bullet time. Really neat how they pulled this off, by the way. I think it was Corridor Crew that did that. The VFX Artist Reacts video where they talked about how they did this, where they basically just set up a whole slew of like DSLR cameras and electrically timed them to take the right shots from the right angle at the right time, then they spliced it all together in post. If you're a movie geek like me, that shit's kind of cool to you. It's also probably worth pointing out Neo didn't really have to dodge that first one. I think Agent Smith just missed horrifically. Is it possible to dodge a bullet like this? Well, considering that 50 Action Express travels at like 1,500 feet per second, obviously not. I think that's kind of the point of the scene, though.
He's beginning to believe.
But yeah, no, don't be basing your like self-defense tactics off of this. You'll die. But alright, now let's get to the good shit. You guys came for the gun porn. So this next bit is in their Digital Armory before the end fight. Man, do they have some cool shit up there. Oh boy, so let's see what we got. So over here behind Neo, we have, you can see in the back there, that sneaky little rack of AKs. In front of that, we got some VZ61 Scorpions, I believe. Those come in handy later. And on the right here, we have the not AK, the VZ58. Little offended they put those in front of the AKs. Top left here, I think we have a Sterling, aka the Stormtrooper, like, B11 blaster. I'm not gonna go into every single one of these. Or I might. Don't tempt me. But kind of here at the top right, of course, we've got the M9 Berettas, which are the iconic weapons that I think Neo used in that bullet time scene. The M9 Beretta, of course, being kind of the iconic movie gun. This one is clear, obviously. This gun being so iconic, of course, it is used on gun-free zone signs everywhere. But yes, Neo dual wields these, which is why he probably doesn't ever fucking hit anything. Cool little pistol, did a video on it that nobody watched. Now behind Trinity, we have a distractingly prominent wall of Thompsons. That's fucking hot. Some Glock action up top. And some AR-15, M16 configurations over on the left, and next to them, probably, I don't know, maybe some roadie fouls. Hard to tell, but that camo's pretty distinct. Top left, of course, we got the MP5Ks. Fucking cool guns. Really neat gun. I'm obviously kind of a fan. This is my home defense configuration. Mine's not a K model like theirs. Mine's a little bit longer. Damn, I need an MP5K. But Keanu, of course, does it justice with the patented HK slap. God, that just feels right. Also, watching this again is what made me realize that that line from John Wick 3 is actually a Matrix reference.
Guns. Lots of guns.
It's basically my accountant asking me where my money went at the end of the year. Guns. Lots of guns. Speaking of lots of guns, there were a lot of cool-ass guns at that range day that we did with National Association for Gun Rights. M249 saw, MG42, grease gun, just a bunch of cool shit. NAGR is an awesome gun rights organization, and they're trying to grow their YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check them out, I'm going to go ahead and leave the links down in the description and in the pinned comment. I like supporting good people, and they help make videos like this happen, so we appreciate it. So yeah, check them out. Back to the Matrix. So now we have the infamous shootout scene, which kind of starts out with my nightmare scenario when I'm sitting in line at TSA and trying to remember, did I get everything out of my backpack from range day yesterday? But of course we get some sweet ass MP5K action here. I love that they're showing that the columns are crumbling a little bit when they're being hit by a lot of machine gun fire. It's kind of neat. They probably go a little bit overboard, but hard to say. They are using 20-inch AR barrels, which if gun meme pages have taught you anything recently, those are basically nuclear weapons. You know, so just all around cool gunplay. Is it realistic? Fuck no, but it's fucking cool. It's the Matrix. This is like one of the few franchises that can get away with it. It's like a fake constructed universe within a movie that we also know is fake. They get double clearance to do crazy shit. You also see some sweet action with Neo and the VZ61 Scorpion. VZ61 being the Czech-made submachine gun, aptly nicknamed the Scorpion for that folding stock. Chambered in 32 ACP, just weird enough to be Czech. I don't have one of these yet. I do have a parts kit for one, so if you guys want to see a video with the VZ61, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section down there where the comments go. Yeah, VZ61, weird, neat little gun. Speaking of weird, neat guns, there is one that I did want to talk about. So in the Deja Vu scene where their coder guy, Mouse, gets trapped. Mouse gets trapped, I see what they did there. He opens up a case and pulls out two weird fucking handheld drum-fed shotgun things. He also had belted 50 cal ammo in that box for some reason. I can't help but feel like whatever that went to would have been a better option. I don't think these are actually based on anything other than just being kind of like a cool prop. In reality, if you're talking about like a full auto shotgun, you'd be talking about something like a full auto converted Saiga 12 or an AA-12, something like that. This is really just kind of its own thing, and it's kind of funky looking. I guess if you're going canonically, he could have just coded this for himself, built it for himself in the Matrix. Whatever the fuck's going on here, I thought it was just weird enough to be worth talking about here. But if we want to skip back to kind of more toward the end of the movie, there was something that I just couldn't let him get off the hook with. So the later part of the scene where Neo and Trinity are rescuing Morpheus, I'm now realizing just how fucking nerdy this sounds. They roll up Fortunate Son style with a helicopter with a minigun. Minigun, of course, most likely being the M134 minigun chambered in 308. In this scene, they really clearly don't understand what makes the minigun cool. That cyclic rate is hella slow for the minigun. The whole point of the minigun is that it's able to lay down a lot of hate very quickly, to the tune of 2,000 to 6,000 rounds per minute. AKA several times faster than this. It's a movie. You can let them get away with that. Except they keep cutting to shots of the brass falling. Brass that is very clearly crimped 308 blanks. You see, blanks don't really have a projectile like live ammunition has, at least if you have a prop master worth a damn. What they have instead to make up for that is instead of a projectile, they have just the brass following forward to make up the space the projectile would be in normally, and then crimped at the front. The only problem with this is that once you fire it, it still looks like a full-ass cartridge just with a blown-out butthole at the front of it. Dead serious, that is the best way I can describe it. Which you can clearly see in a lot of these falling brass minigun shots. Which is probably a good thing, considering the minigun is not exactly the kind of weapon you want to be firing into a room with people that you're trying to rescue in said room. Yeah, machine guns in general can basically kind of be like a to whom it may concern. The minigun is more of the reply all feature. As per my last email. But yeah, those are the clips from The Matrix that I kind of wanted to talk about, and I just thought would be fun to go over, just kind of looking into the gunplay in some of these famous movies. Are you planning on going to see Matrix 4? I know I probably am. I'm a little bit of a movie buff. I just kind of hope it's not a lot of woke Hollywood bullshit. So we'll see. We'll see how this ages. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel. We do a bunch of cool stuff here, at least stuff that I think is kind of neat. Range videos, gun meme review, curse gun images, Darwin Awards, we do all sorts of shit. And if you're already subscribed, 1, thank you. 2, go ahead and double check, because apparently YouTube has been unsubbing a lot of people from us lately, so you don't want to miss our stuff going forward. Anyhow, that's all I've got for you guys today. I appreciate you watching to the end, as always, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top. But you can stop.